Hello everyone. Today we are going to see unique paths dynamic programming problem, and we are going to help Dora in finding the number of ways in which she can reach the bottom of the grid. From her map she finds that she can either travel right or travel down in the grid. There is no other way in which she can travel. So before solving the huge problem, we will see how we can solve the smaller problems. Assume that we have only one grid. In how many ways we can travel the grid? There is only one way. Because there is only one grid, then we can reach that grid in only one way. Assume that you have a house and there is a way. In how many ways you can reach that house? There is only one way, right? So there is only one way you can reach this grid. And now if the size of the grid is 2, she can only travel right, so there is only one way in which she can reach this grid. Now assume that the size of the grid is 4. In how many ways she can reach this place? There is 2 ways. Okay, she can either come here and come down, or she can either start here, come down and travel to the right and reach this grid. Now what if the size of the grid is large? So we know the first value of first row and first column will be only 1. Why is that? Because in my first row I can come from only the right direction. There is no way that I can reach the grid from upper direction, because this is the starting of the grid. So I will fill first row values by 1. Similarly, for the first column I can fill the values by 1. Because I can reach the first column only by traveling down, there is no way I can travel right, because there is no one left to me. So if you take a closer look at it, I can reach this grid by traveling either from up or to my left. So since there is a condition that we can either travel down and from right, so to reach this grid I can either come from here or from here. So we will add both the values and fill it as 2. Similarly, for this grid we will add these values 2 and 1 and fill it as 3. And for this grid 2 and 1 and fill it as 3. And for the final grid it will be 3 and 3, which will be 6. So if you have doubts, then you can start traversing the grid. So from here you can take the fully right direction and travel the grid. So from here you can without taking the right direction you can come down, come right and come down again. So similarly you can start from here and start traversing the grid and verify this 6 is correct or not. So we are remembering the previous results and arriving to the end result. So since that's why it is called dynamic programming problem. Let's see the code for this problem. Now this is the code for the problem. So in the first step we are just initializing the first column to be 1 and first row to be 1, as we did in the demo. And in the actual thing we are adding, for the main DP values, we are adding the values from my previous row and to the cell which is to the left of me. So to take the cell which is above me, I will be doing I minus 1, because if you see here, to take the value which is above me, so I will be decremented by 1. To take the cell which is left to me, j will be decremented by 1, because the column value will be one less than the current column value. So after doing these steps, finally we will return dp of m minus 1 and n minus 1 as the result.